morning, everybody. Sorry I'm a little late today. I had an interesting dream and I just couldn't resist. I just wanted to finish watching it really bad. It was interesting. It was a church with 2 sub-basements. And I was like, I didn't care what time they looked like went up. I said, this just totally mesmerized me. Like, why would the church need 2 sub-cellars? So when I actually got conscious enough to look at the clock, it said 9:45 in the morning. I said, yeah, I'm going to finish the rest of this one. You gotta understand, I like good dreams like that where they're like, what the heck is the reason behind this? This kind of stuff just interests me. I paid 3 months of my life insurance up front, so I'm paid up until April 24th, so I don't have to worry about paying right now until April 24th. And I could have paid for a whole year in advance. But what happened was I did not want to go hit my credit card for the year in advance because that made no sense at all. I was like, I'm not going to do that. I said, that's just borders on stupidity. $204 up front for a whole year sounds great until you add the interest into that. And I said, no. I said, we're trying to pay off the credit cards, not run them up. Oh, yeah! And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to put, even though it might cause a little bit of pain, we're going to put $200 this month on Lowe's, or maybe a minimum of $150 to get Lowe's paid off before the end of March. Oh, yeah! $204 noodles. For 3 months, it was $53.52 for 3 months payment. You did the math. How much it would be per month. And don't forget the way insurance works on life insurance is it starts out as a low premium, but by the time I'm a senior, older than me now, it shows the payment schedule here, policy. Let's see if I can find the page. The way the payments go up is kind of interesting. But I checked to see if that's unusual, and no, it's not. I looked at other insurance companies for life insurance too. Okay, so $18.18 a month up until, and then 2025 on January 8th, it'll go up to $24.04. I'll say that payment until 2030, and then 2030 it goes to $31.53, and that covers for 5 years. So it's not so bad. But by January 8th, 2055, it'll be $162. Up until January 8th, 2059, which is in the renewal period. Now, the renewal period thing's interesting. Because even at the end of the renewal period, that means the insurance policy paid off. And that means I won't have to worry about that. So, when I kick the bucket by 2055, I won't have to worry about becoming a charcoal briquette. I did blatantly out. My body deserves better than becoming a charcoal briquette for anybody. So, anyway, that's enough of the macabre news. Let's talk about some good news. Donald Trump. Did he beat Nikki Haley, or did Nikki Haley beat Donald Trump in New Hampshire? I say that because at first, it sounded like he beat Nikki Haley. And then when I looked back at it again, it looked like some were saying that Nikki Haley beat Donald Trump. So which is it? I don't really know which one it is. So did Trump beat Haley in New Hampshire, or did Haley beat Trump in New Hampshire? Even though Joe Biden, by the way, was not actually had his name in the ballot for the Democratic primary, there were a lot of write-ins for Joe Biden to run again in New Hampshire. Oh, someone's an idiot. I never understood that. You know, Dean Phillips thinks that Joe Biden, Donald Trump rematch would be a disaster. Dean Phillips, I don't know who you are on the Democratic side, but let me put it this way. Donald Trump would use Joe Biden to wash the floor. You got to think about that. So, let's get the panel open today. Before I forget. I kind of got a little late, like I said, and I was kind of just enjoying a good sleep, a good dream, and I found it very fascinating, honestly, because Alright, can we fix the screen so that we don't have those green sparklies in it? Yeah. You got the green screen too far back. Oh! I still got the green fuzzies. It's better, Michelle. It's not perfect, but it's better. I mean, what causes that effect? So, normally green screen, you normally light it with a separate light source than the 2-point lighting that you have. Yeah. And you're using one of us should recalibrate the green screen. You could try it. Hello, David Klingman. How you doing today? Now, Blaze and Leos, put some food up for the kitty. I know I ask a lot because I want to make sure kitty doesn't go hungry. And we don't know. You know, I hope he's, like I said before, I hope he's okay. But I mean, I really would like to make sure that, you know, the kitty has a little food. Or, of course, you could always do noodles and put a webcam out there so the kitty cat could do his own webcam. I'm doing fine. I paid up 3 months of life insurance premiums this morning actually. So I am paid up for my life insurance premiums until April 24, 2024. So, I mean, so I can focus on getting the other bills paid off. Get Allied paid off, get Lowe's paid off. And then I can start shoving like huge chunks of money in for my life insurance premium. So I won't have to worry about any nasty surprises. Because, I mean, I'll tell you a secret, guys. Life insurance is expensive. Ooh, thank you. I don't know what that was, but thank you very much. I guess that was an invite or someone joined. Oh, okay, thank you. Or followed you. What's that, follow? I don't know. You tell me. I can't tell. I can't tell either because I'm on the first one on the wrong screen. Let's take a look and see if that was a follow. Yes, no, it wasn't a follow, but thank you. Thank you very much. Anyway, appreciate that. You know, one of the things that people don't realize is that I try very hard to keep on top of everything. I want to make sure to always be provided for, because I know that, as somebody will say, is, well, don't you have family to take care of that? The answer is no, because unfortunately my family themselves are already dealing with their own problems, and I don't think it's fair for me to drag mine into theirs. This stream says, hey buddy, your stream looks good and very interesting. I noticed something your channel needs to be amended for you to achieve your streaming goal. Sorry, I'm not interested in buying views. I'm not interested in buying followers. But if you really truly like the show, please do follow us on Kick. I'm really trying to grow this channel, get this thing bigger, better, badder, faster. Because don't forget, we got Silvermoon Radio coming up on Sunday night at 7 o'clock Eastern on Kick. And let's not also forget that, yes, I do have this plan. It's already bookmarked. It's already earmarked. It's already in the system. Friday night, 7 o'clock on Kick will be the night show. How you doing, Mojo? Welcome to the show. Yeah, so anyway, I never had life insurance before, but that's why I looked in to see how it works. It's kind of backwards. You would think that when you're young and smart and alive and breathing well and perfectly healthy, your insurance premiums would be the highest, right? What? Nope, it's the opposite. It's like, oh, it's just a minor annoyance, right? But by the time 1959 comes, I'll be... And that's even before they put me in the ground. I wonder how that works. And thank you very much, Kevin, Colton, 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 Colton. Colton. Thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate that. As we grow this YouTube Kick thing, let's not forget the other part of the camp, which is the Patreon page. The reason I mention Patreon because we all know that Kick, like its predecessor Twitch, only keeps 15 days of video on demand on file. Maybe after you become an affiliate, maybe you could have more days. But the way it is right now, after 15 days, things roll out. And what happens about those old shows that you're going to miss? Well, go to the Patreon page. That's where you will be able to find them, listen to them. Ones that are noteworthy, such as Silvermoon Radio, will be available on Patreon for you to listen. In fact, under the old tier pricing, which is still valid, by the way, of either $5 a month, which includes the miser and the audio streams, and $10 a month, which includes the audio and video audio streams for $5, and the Miser plan for $1. For $10 a month, you get the videos. That is the movies, the videos, the live streams with pictures, and that was the original pricing tiers. And I never really saw a reason to change it. And I still would love to see more people come back to Patreon, because those money comes in at the beginning of the month when I need it. So at the beginning of the month when I get paid on Patreon, that money goes straight out to bills before I have to wait for YouTube. We all know YouTube is having problems right now. Content creators are finding themselves kind of wondering when the next payment's going to come in. And the reason is because the RPM and the CPM on YouTube has dropped, as Google and Alphabet are finding themselves more and more laying off more and more employees, as well as cutting back on payments to content creators. Content creators need all the money we can get. This gets expensive. As you remember seeing the Peg Hog audio cable installation review, you know dang well that things like that are not cheap. I mean, that's just the reality. Okay, so we need to bring in the money to pay the bills, because the bills are the real world. It's not like the fantasies that you see on YouTube about how you're supposed to be going to be bringing in thousands of dollars a single week. Maybe some big channels could do that, but let's be honest, that's most likely is not going to be me. I understand that, Carrie. If you could, would you consider $1 a month on Patreon? Because $1 a month on Patreon would still be a really great help. It's just a $1 monthly pledge, and it will go towards helping us keep things running as best we can. Yes, David, I thought the same thing too until I looked at the burial cost. And the fact is, I usually live, pretty much hand to mouth. I really do need to have money ahead of time for this. Unless you want to become a piece of charcoal. When the state decides to cremate your ass, and you basically find you're nothing more than basically you sent your body to hell. I'm sorry, I am not sending my body to hell. My body has treated me good throughout my life. It deserves a decent, respectful burial. No, because that's illogical. But you know what? The thing is I'm not sure if I'm going to keep I don't know if we're going to keep the insurance or not. I'll be honest. I'd like to. I mean, because like I said, I also have $20,000 accidental death insurance as well. Let me explain why the accidental death insurance. Anybody who knows me knows that I am terrible at crossing the street. Despite the fact that I try to be very careful, there's a lot of crazy nut jobs on the road. And they may not realize that I'm crossing the street because someone's texting or talking on their cell phone, and all of a sudden I become a deluxe road pizza. And then in that case, someone's going to have to scoop up all the drippings and juices, and is going to have to go ahead and put me into a container somewhere, and then pour me into my gravesite. So that is going to get more expensive for the hazmat team. So I'd rather go ahead and have the money up front so they can take care of all those additional, expensive, unwanted details. Well, Noodles isn't really cash shopping anybody. He's not even that. He's making some money right now. Except, understand one thing. Noodles is under a contract with another person who actually maintains his channel. And because the other person maintains the channel, they have an agreement between the two. That means that as long as the two agree to the terms, Noodles will continue to have that income coming in. Then if the person and Noodles ever get into a falling out, all the person has to do is pull the plug, and Noodles doesn't get nothing out of it. So I hope Noodles made sure to stay in good standing. But that's not my business anyway. That's between that person and Noodles. Anyway, what is between me and you is making sure that I have your confidence and that your support and that you feel welcome here. And that's what we've been trying to do, is we're trying to accentuate on the positive. By the way, I do know that the trolls are roaming around. The dislike trolls are still doing dislikes. For example, 57% approval rating on the pig hog video. 57% rating on a lot of the videos. Let's take a look at the pig hog video. Let's look at the facts. And a yes or no, computer, you know the job. That video is not something the average person is going to care to watch. Oh, yeah! Number 2, unfortunately, I didn't actually take a cable apart. Oh, no! Which I would love to have done. Oh, yeah! But I wouldn't want to have to lose $10 after having cable in pieces. Oh, yeah! Okay. The cables are kind of high quality but expensive. But you know what? I can tell you right now that I feel that even though they were expensive, I think that they were good cables for what I needed it for. But it's not for everybody. So, but I'll tell you what. Check them out. Whenever you get a chance, go over to Pig Hog and look at the website, pighogcables.com. Lifetime guarantee, built for the road. Lifetime warranty, pighogcables.com. No, I'm not being sponsored by them. Although that would be interesting. Right, I understand that. David said, my organization is privately funded, so I don't have to worry about money too much. Well, when you say privately funded, let me explain, let me see if I understand this. Of course, you get money coming in from your people that are supporting your organization, but if they have a hard time financially, it means that you're going to suffer too. It's almost like the beggar said there on Fiddlers on the Roof. Ounce for the bar. Here's one coat check. Last week you gave me 2 coat checks. I had a tough week. Doesn't mean I have to suffer. That's the reality though, guys. You know what? It's times are tough. That's why we need to get Donald Trump back in to make America better again. I mean, like, let's be honest. Yes, right now, I gotta get some of these new aerodynamic ears because these ears are deteriorating. I mean, good God, wear them 24 hours a day. They're ripping, they're tearing. I got another set of the cheap ears still. But you know what? If I have to, I'll just have to go earless. I don't think most people would really think much about that anyway. Ear today, gone tomorrow. All right. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm alive. Where else am I going to be? I slept in for an hour longer because I was having an awesome dream and I wanted to finish it. Thank you for reminding me very much for Kickboxtrix. Please do consider watching the I Am Snow Queen documentary. I'll tell you why right now. If you want to see and understand how I got started and about my background, you really should watch I Am Snow Queen. It is on YouTube. Check it out. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, if you're not on my Discord, you probably didn't get the message. Even if I had managed to put it up on my community tab, people are saying even on the community tab that they're not getting the notifications when I post in the community tab. So, I don't know what the story is with that. I noticed that I do see community tab posts in my notifications when I check my notifications on YouTube. But I don't know why some people are saying that they don't see mine. As you can see, and it's kind of hard to see in the video because the video is a little bit off. You can see that it's actually overcast, and it kind of looks like it's snowing. Because it is. It is. Let's see. That's better. Gotta work on that a bit better. Yeah. I'll fix it. We'll fix it. I promise you, we'll fix it. Yeah. I think what it is the light over the door here is drooping a little low, and so that's causing the light to be a little bit messed up. Well, it's because originally the bracket that was used to hold it up is gone. So right now it's just hanging by the cord. Which is pretty okay, considering that the LED bulb in it's not that heavy. But oh well, let's try. So, the panel is open. QEQ is open. Oh, before I do anything, let me make sure the QEQ's sound is working before I forget. And I'm not talking about the microphone. We know that works. I'm talking about the other test. Yep. It's working. Fantastic. Okay. QEQ. Quite educated and quirky. And I'm going to try to keep growing the channel. So one question came up, which is this. Where do you think this channel is going to be going within the next 2 years? Well, as several commentators have explained with YouTube's policies, a lot of content creators are leaving YouTube because of the crazy work hours, feeling burned out, and having YouTube feeling apathetic towards the content creators. But the lower RPM, CPM values is resulting in them receiving diminishing returns. So where does that leave me? Well, my channel is kind of started out, this was pocket money. So when I started out here, the monetization wasn't even a thing. We started out just content creators creating content. So I have Discord, I rarely use it. Well, David, if you send me a message on my Discord or DM me on Discord, or better, email me, I will send you a link to my Discord so that you can check it out. You may not use it much, but that way when you know I post a message, it goes to my Discord. And that way people in my Discord see it before everybody else does.
Oh yeah!
That's where you will know what's going on. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So content creators like Tom Scott and a few others left YouTube because they felt that for the long hours of work, they were getting less and less out of it. Other content creators like Jeremy of the Quartering started creating more content on Rumble, but he still keeps YouTube around too. Just as I have Kick, and I do have Rumble as well. I haven't done much with Rumble. Maybe because I don't quite fit into the paradigm of Rumble. But that also might be because I'm a friggin' idiot.
Oh yeah!
Which is kind of scary to think about. You know, Rumble is mainly supporting people on the right. And I'm part of the Purple Party. I'm kind of in the middle. You know, it's just like NASQ saying, I'm a little bit Democrat, I'm a little bit Republican too. I'm a moderate, so which means I can swing either way when it comes to parties. But mainly I am loyal to the Republican Party. But just like the moderate Democrats, the moderate Republicans, we're the kind of people that can sit there and talk in the coffee shop and we can sort of see each other's viewpoints, which is fine. We just got snow today also, so yes. We got more snow today. That's why it's still overcast. So the people of the Purple Party have made it clear that we would like to see Congress get more stuff done that needs to be done. Less open borders, less money for other countries that don't love us, and more assistance for the American people. I understand that, Mojo. But you know what? I'm sure even in the UK, they probably have a Republican Party. I don't know how it works with the councils, but you never know. But either way, where I see where is Donald Trump did beat Nikki Haley. In one sense, I'm not surprised. If he did not beat Nikki Haley, I'm not surprised either. Here's why. Donald Trump has not been at any of the debates for the Republican debates at all. None. Zip. But we already know he was running for president because he was running his own rallies and town halls. People want to see Donald Trump be back in president again because he is the working man's candidate. Yeah, he's got extra money in his pocket, but he's still got what it takes to bring this country back into a homeostasis thing where we all feel comfortable with it being an American.
Oh, yeah!
Let's be honest, Joe Biden hasn't done anything for this country at all. Nothing. Two means conservative is more right than left. Labor and conservative. Labor would be, like, as far as I understand, would be equivalent to our Democratic Party. But you know what? In the United States, the two parties have switched platforms a few times, and sometimes it's hard to tell which one is which. But when you look at all the things that are going on in this country right now, we need a policy where everybody is at least brings things back to a centrist viewpoint. We have swung too far to the left, and look where that has gotten us. Giving away free money to people that don't love us. Giving away all their assistance that we should be going for American citizens in need, going to illegals crossing the border. Increasing utility rates, fuel costs, food costs, housing costs, taxes. Well, taxes can kind of be the same for the Republicans too, guys, I'll be honest. So we'll leave that, won't get too much into the taxes. But the thing is that the money that you pay into taxes, our government normally is supposed to use that to help its people to achieve and be safe. But instead, we're giving it to other people that are just looking for free handouts. And tell me that makes any sense. Good morning, Linda McPherson. How are you doing? Well, too bad, Linda McPherson. Now go flush your toilet, please. All right. Yeah, I see that. But at least we know that Facebook is working. The only thing that's kind of crazy with the system is you can't really remove. I can delete the comment. Yeah. I'll help with that, but it won't help with everything. It won't help what's on the screen. No. Nope, no one help with everything on the screen, but I can't time them out, because if I time out the system, then unfortunately other people are going to but Restream.io takes care of all the chats. But you know what? I'm going to tell you what. I think we have achieved a lot. And will one of my Facebook mods go over and take care of this person? Well, it's just time on bot tricks for a little bit. How long? 30 minutes. Okay. So temporarily Restream.io has been timed out for 30 minutes. It's the best way I can do this, guys, because the way it's set up. Unless my mods want to go over to Facebook and deal with the problem. And I don't think PDX is up yet, so, we'll have to deal with what we can. But, I mean, this thing is kind of strange. Really. Because these people don't even realize. They don't know why they're upset with me. I'm going to tell you why right now. Because they know that I'm becoming successful when everybody else is basically floundering. I don't know who that Linda is, but later on when I go over to YouTube, I'll blink them out of here. Trust me, I will. You know I will.
Oh, yeah!
Because unfortunately, like Kick, there is no direct control of Facebook from here. So I can't do anything about that until I get over to that channel. And then I will blink their ass. Unfortunately, because we timed out Restream.io, when the people in Kick are not going to be able to see them either. So, Kick, you can thank your Facebook buddies for creating that kind of a mess. Can't do much about it. Really can't. But don't you worry, I'll get back to you over there on Kick. Oh, I know how to do that. No. Why? You don't have the bandwidth to do that. To watch Kick and YouTube and keep the panel open at the same time is going to be like basically putting cement bags on a dead corpse. Your internet will drown. Literally drown. There's no way you can realistically have multiple panels open on multiple sites at the same time. Yeah. When the show's over, Michelle will go over and Kick and remove them from her group. Because that's the easiest way. So right now, Restream.io, you're just timed out for 30 minutes, so maybe after they get bored, they'll leave us alone. Yeah. So, now you think we can turn the chat back on? Of course. There you go. I think it's interesting how that works with Restream.io. I'm a veteran on YouTube. Said, hey, Michelle Marie. Hope you're doing okay and having a great day so far. Yeah, so far I paid 3 months towards my life insurance premium, so I'm paid up until April 24th. By the way, you'll also notice that there were so many on Facebook that's was spamming chat. They had to temporarily time out Restream.io for a bit because Restream.io is a tool that sends chats between all the different groups. And it kind of sucks because there are some real honest to God, real good people over there in Facebook, and now we can't see their chat. And this kind of sucks, really. There's always something simple that always messes up the works. But Anyway, the good news is that I did get the basics got paid for. Like I said, $52.52 for 3 months for premiums for January 24th to February 24th, February 24th through March 24th until April 24th. So that means I got 3 months that I can start focusing on paying Ally, and Lowe's, send another $200 on the Lowe's, and pay the bill off as full as fast as I can. With the result of that, we can get the credit card paid off and just shove it away in a corner and never use it again. Did you order the equalizer? Yes, I did. And it's on its way. I could have ordered it on Amazon. I ended up ordering it through eBay, and it's on the sound pan from China. But it's on its way. I also ordered some good high quality audio interconnect cables. I did a review on those. But I'll be honest when I say this, guys, is I don't get one thing with the internet or with the audio scene, audiophiles. I'm not an audiophile. I'm a workophile. Really. But if you look at the way they talk about certain interconnects, like you can spend up to 800 pounds on some cables. 800 pounds for an audio cable? I mean, are those wires solid gold on that? No, it's just got silver. It's got silver and copper mixed together. Oh, gee. Can I buy a cable for £1 million? I could have got the same mixer or the same equalizer on Amazon, because I did see it there. I looked. But unfortunately, I didn't. So that means that, well, we didn't get it. So, over there at Amazon. So it's going to take a little longer to get here. You know, someday soon, Amazon's going to go, hey, come here. Look, if you sign up for a Prime membership, you can save more money. Really? Yeah. That's going to cost you about $16, $19 a month. What if I don't buy anything? Well, that's not my problem. No. Nah, I think I can wait. Yeah. So, what does this thing do? Well, what it is, it's a headphone preamp with equalizer. It has an output stage that also allows me to use my headset. I don't have it on this here, but I have a headset that has a boom mic on it. Okay. And it lets me plug in the headset into that. And then I can go ahead and have a boom mic, which for some things can work out great for gaming. That's what I use it for on the other computer. But it's got 9 levels of EQ adjustment. Now, one question is does this also adjust the audio output going out of the other 2 jacks in the back? So I can send sound in to the headphone amplifier. Does it then send the equalized sound out to the other 2 jacks? I don't know. I don't really need it to send sound back out, because maybe that might be where I might want to plug into my mixer, so I could use my other headset with the boom mic on the mixer. I know it gets complicated.
Oh yeah!
It says, to the mojo, I'm as warm as can be. After energy prices skyrocket again on January 1st, 2024, I never thought I would ever see Britain like this one. Oh, yeah, your prices are going up in silver hours. My electric bill just took another bill, big hike. 15 cents a kilowatt hour. 15 friggin' cents a kilowatt hour. Hey, guess what, Michelle? Let's go up some more while you're at it. Now go install kerosene lamps. Excuse me, but the problem is, reality is, for a studio like this, you need to use limelight. Or mantle gas lights. You can't use oil lamps. You can't have their Aladdin lamps. Yes, I had one, and they threw so much doggone heat. I'll turn this room into a sauna, even hotter than when Ed was here. Thank you, Miss Gianni. Welcome to the show. I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? I had a humdinger with a fight with my energy provider earlier, reminding them that the UK is only 4% reliant on Russian oil, so energy prices are currently bullshit. The United States isn't dependent on Russian oil and gas at all, and yet our prices are equally bullshit. Oh, yeah. Oh, I feel like somebody out there is taking advantage of the situation. Especially since the United States doesn't even use Russian gas or oil. But the problem is with all the stuff that Joe Biden did, trying to say, let's close down all the fossil fuel power plants, and at the same time institute an electric vehicle mandate. So now that the few power plants that are still running are running at maximum capacity, just charging your ride to work every day. Don't tell me that makes any sense. It don't.
Oh yeah!
I mean, especially in the middle of wintertime. What the hell are you gonna do when it becomes summer and you have a major heat wave? We've already experienced that before. And last year, the state of California, Gavin Newsom told people in California not to charge their cars during the daytime because they needed all that energy for air conditioning. Well, gee, what is it? Cruise or stay cool? Which one is it going to be for you today? We all know that Southern California is in a desert. Technically, Los Angeles is a desert area. So, what are you going to do? It's just an example of where somebody obviously didn't get the memo. What is the memo? The fact of the memo is that you cannot cut production ability for energy unless you cut the demand. Yeah, well, you're right. It doesn't make any sense. But apparently the Democrats never got common sense training. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last 100 years, the United States has become more electric independent, or dependent on everything. From cell phones to TVs to radios to computers to food processors to pencil sharpeners to vibrators, kitchen appliances such as microwaves, stoves, dishwashers, garbage disposals. There's only one thing. Whatever happened to human-powered devices? That is, devices that you turn a crank to get something to get done. Even something simple as a pencil sharpener. I'm glad to know you've been doing good. Well, speaking of Levy's channel, she's been working on videos on her channel too. Yeah, we've been trying to get some more in as well. The only thing that we have a problem with is the wig looks good, but I wonder if maybe someday Michelle will upgrade her video gear again so her cameras would actually be 1080p. It's a possibility. But when we upgrade the cameras to 1080p and 720p, the one reality comes in is that can get very expensive. And we need to be aware that we still get the red square of death now and then, and that's even if we're streaming at 720p like we are now. Actually, streaming at 1080p would be almost impossible to do. We already are investing in uploading more videos and streaming them. That's true, but it still takes time to upload them.
Oh yeah!
Trump was getting great advice from a natural gas company in the Ukraine that is attempting to make America self-sufficient energy-wise. Then Biden came along and undid everything. Biden is an old guy that was losing his mind, and he's clearly not thinking about America. So, hello Carolyn, how you doing? So you see, the problem is that as long as the people in this world are not thinking clearly, common sense answers will not prevail. For example, do you really need all electric everything in your home? Even something as simple as a can opener. I mean, that just brings up a valid point. All this consumer energy. We spend more energy powering cell phones and consumer electronics than we do lighting, which is absolutely scary. We spend more energy, like I said, running cell phones, computers, electronics, than we do even running our heating system for most homes, on average. Go around the house, count up all the devices that plug into the mains, add up all the watts. And I'm assuming that they're all on, when they're on. How many things are cycling off the electrical socket quietly because of what they call vampire loads? You'd be totally surprised. What we need to do in this world is stop depending on electrical power to do everything and return to human power and animal power, it would be a good choice as well. Okay, it's true. In the urban environment, you're probably not going to have a horse, running a wheel to do industrial production. But you certainly could put the fat fuck of a man on the same treadmill. And then he can go ahead and make your machines run for you. I hope not. I hope he doesn't get back in. Anybody who basically puts in Joe Biden again is totally unaware of the reality of just how bad he's gotten. I mean, maybe in the 1970s he was a firebrand of a senator and he had his cognitive abilities. That's great. But you know what? That's over, oh my God, that's over 55 years ago. Even me, I'm 55 years old, and you know what? I'm not as sharp as I used to be either. And I certainly wouldn't be running for president of the United States. Even though I don't have senile dementia, I don't have Alzheimer's. But you know what? I wouldn't want the job anyway. It's just too much to deal with. So why doesn't the Democrats do something like point somebody for a candidate who's got a good skill set on them? I know that they mentioned this guy named Dean Phillips. I don't know anything about this guy named Dean Phillips. But you know what? Mr. Phillips, I don't know much about you, but I hope you can do a better job for the Democrats than Biden's doing. Also, you should know that I know this one thing too. There's a lot of people in this community at large that are my viewer base that do not really like where this channel's going. Please understand, I'm doing the best I can. But you know what? The market's changing. The subscriber bases are changing. We went from 8 likes to 5. So that tells me something. Alright? The trolls are mad because they don't feel like they have representation. You want representation, trolls? Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. And speak up. But if you speak up with, proper answers to statements, you're welcome to stick around. No problem. If all you want to do is disrupt the channel, like the guy on Facebook was doing, then I have no choice but to basically send you to the door. I'd like to see this channel continue to grow. And we are going to do just that. Now, don't go run home to mommy and complain because Michelle took you to the woodshed. The truth of the matter is, for those people who dislike my channel so much, you guys have no reason to dislike anything. Just change the channel. Even the vice president is ungodly. Her making her oath of allegiance and she was sworn in should be deemed null and void. Her bare hand was meant to touch the Bible, but she put her clutch bag on top of that Bible. The first thing is, with Kamala Harris, is she did a mockery with the southern border, and nothing was even fixed. I understand that. She is not suitable to take over if Biden kicks the bucket. She can't even deal with the one event that he asked her to take care of properly, which was the issue of the southern border with Mexico. That should tell you a lot of just how ill-prepared she is for the reality in the world ahead of her. Kamala Harris is the vice president of the United States. Okay, here comes Bobby Starr now. Okay, noodles. Hold on a minute, please. Admit one. Good morning, how you doing?
Hey, Michelle, how are you?
I'm doing right.
Eating a cheeseburger.
Well, cheeseburger, is that what you're having for lunch?
Yep. And a coffee.
Okay. Let's see if we can turn the volume up a bit. Here we go. Whoa, quick it up. There we go. So what are you up to?
I was eating my lunch.
I know you're eating lunch. Besides that,
Michelle, what's wrong? What's wrong, Michelle? Your show has been tanking, absolutely tanking, and I want to know how we're going to get this show back on the road, Michelle.
Well, you know what the thing is? I'll tell you what I think's happening. Is Michelle's audience are realizing that now she's been focusing more on the videos and doing her shows on Kick. But the show overall is still doing the same content. It's something on our side. It's just the fact is that the audience are looking for more content, in other areas. That's expected. But YouTube itself is taking. Let's talk about that, Noodles. What is it with YouTube that's causing YouTube to go down the drain?
Well, they're getting rid of people like Alex Jones, and you're just getting a bunch of fucking. It's turning into Instagram, or not Instagram, but TikTok. You got rid of all your Alex Jones people.
The shorts. Yeah.
I click on live streams, and you're watching people with thousands and thousands of viewers, and they're watching a guy play a video game. It's so stupid.
So in a way, YouTube is becoming Twitch.
Yeah,
Twitch itself is also laying off people left and right.
Good.
YouTube is trying to become the Me Too of everything. Oh, we can be Me Too. We can be just like TikTok. Oh, Me Too. We can be just like Twitch. What's
Michelle,
wrong?
there's going to be a huge swing in this country. Michelle, you're already seeing it with the with what happened in New Hampshire and all these. Listen, people are coming out in droves saying, "Listen, you guys are gay. We're not going to put up with it. We're going to boycott your shit." No, nobody. Michelle, if you make a good product, people will come. You can't force people to eat your food. You can't force people to wear your clothes.
Right. You can't force people to drive electric vehicles they don't want.
Right.
Which brings up the question, did Trump beat Kamala Harris, or did Kamala Harris beat Trump?
No, Trump beat Kamala Harris. I think it was like he got like sixth over. I forgot how much he got, like 80% of the vote or something like that.
Right.
Michelle, I'm telling you, they don't want this. They don't want anyone else. They want Trump. That's what America wants.
Right.
I'm sorry.
That's right. That's what I thought too. If I wasn't sure, Because I heard some conflicting reports this morning. I was like, oh, wait a minute, who's ahead here on the Republican side? And then, of course, the Democrats got some guy named Dean Phillips. Dean Phillips is saying it would be a disaster to see Biden get in again. And he's a Democrat saying that. And he's running for the Democratic nominee. I think we need to fix the problem where people are coming in are really focusing on the American people's concerns. And Joe Biden didn't. He undid everything Trump did.
If you're for Joe Biden, all right, you want to call me a racist for Donald Trump, fine. But if you're for Joe Biden, you're a fucking pedophile. Joe Biden supports the trafficking of children. He sniffs kids. All right,
we know that. He showered with his daughter when she was in high school.
Right.
Why would he do that? And I don't think it was to save water.
If you're a Joe Biden supporter, you're a pedophile.
But also, reality is we already know that Joe Biden's losing his faculties now, too. So, why would you support a man that doesn't even know where his ass is? And yes, Kamala Harris is shady. I absolutely agree. I don't think Kamala Harris is a good vice president. She hasn't done anything vice president-like. So many things she's been kind of hiding in a corner somewhere.
She's not supporting the president either. I mean, when has she supported the president? I mean, come on. This isn't a good, this isn't a good fucking group of people, Michelle. Especially when you're running the country and the world. You got to remember, you're picking someone to run the world, not the country. The world.
Yeah, I know. But then you got this guy Schwab, the World Economic Forum, that is trying to say that they want to they want to have open borders. They want to mandate green energy deals and all this, which means that Biden has fallen into his camp. Well, then Joe Biden,
you know who wanted this open doors policy or this no borders policy? Go back to Germany in the 30s and read what Germany's plan was for the world. Germany didn't want borders. Germany was going to dam up the Mediterranean and turn Africa and Europe into one continent. Okay, this is what Nazis want, guys. I'm telling you, this is like these people are fucking Nazis. I'm telling you.
Yep, definitely Schwab over there, and he is German, and he's also the president of the World Economic Forum. Open borders. We will tell you what to do. You'll have no rights. You'll have no choice what to cook on. You will cook on the heating source that we tell you to cook on. You will drive what we tell you to drive. You will fuck when we tell you to fuck. And you will fuck the people that we tell you to fuck. Now you tell me that makes any sense.
That's what Nazis wanted to do. And then eventually what happened was the Soviets took over for that and got all of Eastern Europe, and look what they did to that shit. They turned these people into plastic, stale human beings that were born drunk. You know what I mean? Like 90% of the Eastern Europeans born from in the 80s were born drunk.
The thing is why are people allowing a select group of people at Davos to do this? Davos is their big meeting place. Why are we allowing these individuals to do this to our world?
Money.
Yeah. But how do the people that support this benefit from it?
Well, I mean, again, Michelle, you only got a certain amount of heartbeats, a certain amount of breaths on this planet. Why not take advantage of it? I don't know. Everybody here, your social security numbers have been sold to the Chinese. Okay, and And when I say this, I mean your social security number. When you're born, you're given a social security number. The United States went to China and said, listen, this is how many people we have. And these people are all going to get jobs. They're all going to have children. And we want your products to be sold to them.
Oh, yes, we also want to guarantee to kill you, too. We'll guarantee 100% lethality with our new viruses we're creating in our labs, too. Thanks a lot, China. All China has to do is call on the debt to America and we're fucked.
Well, it's not we, Michelle. Here's the thing. All right, the way China makes their money, they make their money off of our consumption. They need someone else to consume for them. If not, they have to become the consumers and find someone else to sell cheap products to them. That's how the world works. That's how it has worked.
Yeah, that's how capitalism does work, unfortunately. Yes. But you know what? There's also, is why we're seeing the 2024 is the great shakeup. There's many people that understand the system, realize the flaws, and want to fix it if they're not quite exactly sure how to do it.
China is not good. This is how business works. China is a communist country, right? But they make their money off of capitalist, consumption.
Right.
And China is not going to go to their customers and say, "Here's the tab." Right? What they're going to do is they're going to say, "Let's cut a deal. You owe us this. Give us this." That's what happens every time, Michelle. I see it in New York City. They ticket these companies like that Spectrum that we have out here. It's a cable company, right?
Yeah.
They tell their employees, throw all the fucking tickets that you get in the garbage. Okay? And at the end of the year, the city comes to them and say, "Hey, you owe us $2 million. Spectrum says, "Well, we're not going to pay that, or we'll take you to court." The city says, "Okay, how much you want to pay?" That's what happens.
Yeah, because if Spectrum walked out, then New York City would have no cable TV.
It's all about making deals, getting away with as much as you can for as long as you can before someone actually pumps the brakes, Michelle.
Yeah.
It's all about fucking someone over. I don't know.
Well, you know what? It's funny you should mention that because the World Economic Forum, the major news outlets going over to Schwab and they said to him, "I'm sorry, Mr. Schwab, that we no longer can control the viewership anymore because they're going to private news sources that are outside of our control."
And that's what YouTube does. They come in and they get rid of these people. They got rid of Alex Jones. And let's be honest. Out of all the things that Alex Jones has said, okay, how much of it was actual bullshit? How much of it wasn't true?
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, seriously, how much of it? There was someone who actually who actually studied this and said 98% of what the guy said is actually factual. It's actually true.
Absolutely
or the things that he was claiming to,
except for what he said about Sandy Hook. That's the biggest mistake he ever said. But you're right. He said what was going down in the 1990s, 2000s. And you know what? Ever since YouTube kicked him to the curb, you know what? YouTube has not been always as good as it used to be.
Well, it's not only him. It's not only him. They went after a bunch of like conservatives, a bunch of right wing, whatever. And here's the thing. Again, if you make a shitty sandwich, Michelle, you're not going to be popular. You're not going to be a great sandwich maker or sandwich seller. But if you make a great sandwich, people are going to buy it. You know, I mean, you become success. That's how it works. You make a shitty sandwich, you get someone sick, you kill them.
And that's the reason why YouTube is losing its money, and they have to lay off all the employees. Because people are sick and tired of the subpar content. And that's the reason why content creators like Tom Scott and even Jeremy are the Quartering is moved to Rumble. Because Jeremy said the problem is YouTube doesn't want me to tell you what's going on. Because it makes them nervous.
Carolyn says we are being invaded right under our own eyes. Okay, they'll come here and they'll say, "Oh, who's Carolyn? Carolyn's some dumb hillbilly that lives or whatever. She doesn't know what she's talking about," and they discredit her, just like they did during the pandemic. Anyone who didn't want to get the vaccination was considered a terrorist. They were considered uneducated. They were considered Trumpers. They were considered all this crap, right?
And you know what's scary about that is you can't even talk about that on YouTube without getting a strike.
Right. So again, I want to point this out. How many people lost their channels because of it? Now I want them to go back, 4 or 5 years ago, when the CDC was posting all this shit all over YouTube about their CDC recommendations and how untrue all of that was. So how come Alex Jones gets sued for $1 billion but not the CDC? 99% of the shit that the CDC was suggesting to us was false.
Is because what he said about Sandy Hook was totally inaccurate. Okay?
So the shit that the CDC was saying was totally inaccurate as well.
No, I know.
Based on studies coming out of Israel. I mean, come on. Studies out of Israel show. You have people flying on planes and getting other people sick and spreading this crap and all this stuff because they thought that because they were vaccinated they could do whatever the hell they want. They go to concerts, they can go back to bars and restaurants and not spread it. Well, guess what? You did.
You know what's even more scary? If you're a medical doctor with a license, and you go up against the vaccine, you will have your channel struck. And you're a medical doctor? Well, wait a minute. That means that they don't even want to hear from medical doctors that if they go against the vaccines. That says a lot.
Michelle, I work at the VA. All right. I spoke to many doctors during the pandemic when everybody was wearing masks. And I remember coming in contact with one doctor that told me, and he swore by this, he goes, the best thing to do is to get a glass of water and set it to a certain temperature and swallow it every single time you enter a room or leave a room. I said, why? And he goes, because if it's a virus, this is what he told me. He goes, if you swallow water and it's hiding out in your esophagus and your sinuses, it will kill the virus. It will kill the bacteria or whatever the hell's in there. And you know what? If he came out and said that and told his patients to do that, or they would take away his license because he wasn't promoting a friggin' vaccine.
Well, what about the new the new virus that's being created now with 100 lethality in mice? Why is these labs in China creating viruses that are 100% lethal with high viral
America
overload?
Probably did it first. Because everything China does, Michelle, they try to mimic the United States. They're trying to catch up to the United States. Again, the United States spends more than China, Russia, France, Germany, Israel, all these countries combined. All these countries combined, Michelle, on their defense, on their security, on all this stuff. And to think that the United States hasn't developed anything. I mean, we developed a chemical that destroyed vegetation, specific vegetation during the Vietnam War.
Right.
And what they don't tell you is that while they were developing that, they said they got the bright idea and they said, oh, wait, we can specifically target races too. Do you know that they did that? They wanted a chemical that could specifically target Pacific Islanders and all this stuff based on their DNA. They did this stuff back in the 60s, Michelle. You know, and now China's trying to catch up.
Yeah, I never got it either. AVOYT either. I didn't get that shot either. No. But you know, the thing is let's get back to the main point I say. So YouTube right now and Google and Alphabet, which owns Google, It's like, it's like it's a shell game. There's a company within a company within a company. It's losing money. YouTube is because it's turning into TikTok and Twitter. Even though, ironically enough, Twitter is also losing money. And yet, when YouTube focused on videos and only videos, it was doing better because the content was there, less signal to noise ratio. People were happy with it. What I don't understand is, how come we don't see those days again? I can answer that question. What's that?
How come?
If we had those days again, Michelle, the truth is, I don't think there'd be as many people watching them. There's people that live stream and talk about sensationalism and the bullshit, like J and L, that are basically making YouTube the most amount of money and the number of clicks. It's not you. Your channel doesn't bring a lot of revenue for YouTube. Of course not, because it's already got limited no ads. But your videos are not exactly major movers either. But yet, when they got rid of the good content creators like Alex Jones, which used to bring in a lot of views for YouTube, and is an example of where the good guys are being thrown out, and now you got all you're doing is you're just creating content with the most subpar content creators such as J and L, and that really says negative stuff about your platform. Yeah, it does. People like having a good show. People like having good content. People like content they can go back to and watch. But if you're going to be selling the same old garbage day after day, eventually your viewers are going to say, it ain't worth staying for. They're not going to stay for that. They're going to go to another platform.
Oh, yeah!
Especially now that there are alternative platforms to go to. YouTube is circling the drain. That's why even you yourself have been moving your content to Kick. Craig Sr. says, Michelle, I love the applause and the laughing that you have added. It really makes the show equally view. Well, I'm glad you like the soundtrack, but I'm going to try not to go too crazy with it, because if you use it too much, it can kind of defeat the purpose of creating more excitement. But Craig, how are you doing today anyway? I hope you and your Denise are doing good. I hope that things are going fine for you. Hence will. Okay, so Mojo says, let's see, how many millions of dollars were made in these vaccines? Can them be free by doctors and drug companies? AVOYT says around 90 billion. Kerry said, Craig Sr. said about the soundtrack. Kerry said the documentary video said it was just going to make them nicer. I don't think it's supposed to kill them. Mojo says, hence why did everything go up? Because everything went up because the Federal Reserve that controls the money, interest rates went up. They hiked the interest rates thinking it was going to stop an inflationary trend, which only made it worse. That just proves the point. These people don't understand how the monetary policy really works. And you're depending on the people from the Federal Reserve banks of the world to tell you that they're going to set interest rates. Interest rates don't help because people who need the money to pay for the higher interest get more money from other sources paying interest. That means that everything that we buy has to go up because companies that need more, that they pay higher interest in their business loans. They're just slowly milled off over there in Connecticut. Well, Craig, I can show you something outside right now. I don't think we melted because you can still see we got lots of white stuff up here. We got some fresh snow today. I don't know if it's still snowing outside. It might be. You can't really tell, but if it did snow, I don't see any on the roof of the other house in the back. Yeah, so we may have gotten some snow today, but it may not have been a lot of it. But so yeah, we did get snow today. According to the weatherman, anyway. The pandemic had the world in its hands to manipulate and control us like nothing previous. And you can bet they were really, really excited about that. Because that was like the ultimate head rush for them. Trying to hold it together. I understand that. It's the situation you're going through with Denise is very heartbreaking for any family. Mojo, thank you so much for your prayers. Okay. That cataclysmic event set the ball in motion for us to take a landslide in government in every country in the world. You bet. Unfortunately.
Michelle.
Go ahead.
So when I get done, I'll give you a call. Okay, when I get out, I'll call you later.
So you want to talk to me later? You're saying? Okay, I guess so. So you have a lot more link around than we do. We just clear. Yeah. Well, this is northern Connecticut. Of course, we get a little more snow, but we're in the crotch between New York and Massachusetts. We're in the kitty corner there between the two states. And it stays colder up here longer. So let's talk about what Noodle said. He said your viewership is down. Actually, no, not actually. It isn't quite that down. It's a cycle. And I noticed that. But like Jeremy from the Quartering said, Michelle is saying the same thing, which is this. People are getting tired of YouTube and YouTube policies. And so content creators like me are saying this is we would like to see more good content created and made available. And to do that means that we need to find a way to do the right thing. We love everybody. We want to make good shows and everything. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But we all know that YouTube is not paying as good as it used to. RPM, CPMs are down. Donations are good. I can tell you right now, for February 22nd, we've already met the $100 minimum. Absolutely. Dementia is no fun. It's no fun. That's one of the reasons why I really can't play a Shadow Priest in World of Warcraft anymore either. There's a spell called Mind Flay. Think of it what it really is. You turn an able-bodied person into Joe Biden. Is that what you really want? I don't think so. Another thing, too, about being a Shadow Priest, the fact is that you have to cause harm to people. In reality, I'm not a person who likes to hurt people. I'd rather help people as best I can, because I care about everybody.
Oh, yeah!
Sometimes a little bit too much. I got a bad infection. I'm gonna have to go to the hospital. Oh, really? It's that bad? Wow. That's terrible news, Krista. I hope that the problem can be dealt with and fixed in a timely fashion. It's a good thing you caught it early. Yeah, she's been having infection on her chest, and I guess the situation is pretty bad, so they're gonna want to treat it in the hospital, maybe with some very strong medications. I hope Ray is ready to take care of things, because Ray is gonna be taking me to my doctor's appointment on Friday. And because as you can see outside, there's no guarantee I'm gonna be able to safely walk that. And I can't cancel, reschedule again. If I do that, I will lose my doctor. This is the third time I had to reschedule. I have to go. I don't have a choice. Unless I want to have no medical support at all. And you know what? That would be a disaster for my health, and that's no joke. Thank you very much, Krista. So, if you want to talk about it, it's up to you. If you want to discuss it here to the audience or not. Or if you want to just discuss the women's group. Because it is a feminine issue. So, I don't know if you want to bring it up here. But she's got an infection that's pretty bad. And she's going to need to get special treatment for it. Maybe some antibiotics or whatever they need to do for that. Ray is a good guy. Absolutely. I definitely appreciate his help. Because he's helped me with the things too. And I do appreciate his assistance. Okay. Krista, it's so wonderful to see you. I watch your morning all the time, but sometimes I don't put a thumbs up, and I have to remember that. Yes, I understand that, Craig. Sometimes we forget too. By the way, for everybody here who says with doodles about how he sees that my show is crap, let me tell you something. This is the only live stream we do on YouTube anymore. And the reason is because YouTube policies makes it really not very productive. But you can still put super chat and super stickers on videos. If YouTube becomes any more hostile, we may not even have any more live streams. Because one day they're going to go, you know what? We want to focus on shorts. You know what I think of shorts, right?
Oh no!
Right. You want me to try to do a whole 30 minutes content in less than a minute? Do you really want me to start talking like Speedy Gonzalez? Never mind, yeah, because in the future now you can actually just tap on the phone and all of a sudden you're talking 2 times regular speed. How many times have I done that? Falling asleep on my phone and I wake up listening to basically something that sounds like they got verbal diarrhea. Just because the stupid phone decided to go 2 times faster. Well, thank you very much, Craig. But there are people that don't see my show as necessarily very good. But, hey, what are you going to say? Who's wrong, who's right? But one day is going to come when you're going to wake up and, where's Michelle? Well, she's not here anymore. Long time passing, where did she go to? Oh, she's on Kick. She's on Rumble. She's on Odyssey. She's on BitChute. She's elsewhere. But YouTube is probably going to say, who cares? Which is kind of stupid considering YouTube is already laying off thousands of employees. So tell me that they know what they're talking about. They want to be kind of me too. Oh, we want to be like TikTok. We want to be like this one. You know, what's wrong with focusing on your core audience? People doing videos. And doing the videos well. Hi, Brian K. Mojo said, I love myself a bit of Michelle at 3 p.m. my time. Hit the likes, guys. Please do, guys. We originally had up to 8 likes. Only for, in the first hour. And then we went down to 5. Now we're back to 8 again. We know that YouTube is not going to be running this platform much longer. Because when the reality comes in, when Google sits there and looks how much money that they're spending, especially on live streaming content, one day we're going to get a message that says, attention, all YouTube content creators. As of this date, there will be no longer any live streams. Because of cost. Let your audience know. We all know what that's going to do. Yeah, but you know what, though? It's not like you didn't expect that. YouTube has, unfortunately, with their far-left policies, have damaged their platform's reputation so many ways to Sunday, it will be almost impossible for them to fix it. Unless they get rid of the leftist woke policies.
Oh yeah!
They have to. Because if they don't, remember, if you go woke, you're gonna go broke. You know, so, I mean, Veteran on YouTube says, quite honestly, I think that MicheleMarieDalene is one of the most interesting, intelligent, and intriguing creators on YouTube. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I also would like to recommend that you follow us on Kick. Because we all know that we all can hear the canary chirping in the coal mine as it gasps his last breaths of air as YouTube's coal mine slowly fills up with carbon monoxide. The truth of the matter is, YouTube is not going to be here much longer because Google is not going to be here much longer as Alphabet is already laying off people. We would love you all to come join us on Kick. On Kick, we can do so much more. What do I mean? Number one, we have Silvermoon Radio.
Oh, yeah!
That's Sunday nights at 7 o'clock to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Then we have the after show, which is on YouTube and Kick from 10 until whenever.
Oh, yeah!
While not always the case, we do have Silvermoon driving movie theaters usually on Tuesday, either at 3 p.m. or 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Oh, yeah!
And let's not forget, this weekend, on Friday night at 7 o'clock on Kick, we have the live show with open panels.
Oh, yeah!
Notice, you don't see a lot of YouTube mentioned there. Because the truth of the matter is, YouTube does not welcome us to do the live show on their platform at nights anymore. Click follow. Just click on the follow button. It's easy. It's just click the follow button. Here's what the advantage is when you do that. When you join Kick, K-I-C-K, not K-I-K. K-I-K is the social media thing that only works on cell phones. K-I-C-K. You will get an email notification when I go live. Number 2. Once we get 85 followers, we can apply for affiliate and start having memberships. But maybe you're not interested in me on Kick. But maybe instead, you want to be on Patreon instead. Well, first of all, right now, Kick is free. Well, Patreon does have a free membership, which you don't really get to see much, unfortunately, but we need the assistance to keep the bills paid. Remember, the content on our channel and the donations is keeping this channel running. We need you.
Oh, yeah!
Because without your help, I couldn't even pay my life insurance premium. Yes, if you click on the Kick link, it'll bring you right to the Kick channel, and then you click on the follow button. It's that simple. So just click on the Kick link, on kick.com link, and it'll bring you right over to Kick. And then once you register, set up, then you can follow the channel. And then you'll be all set to go. And then, of course, make sure to follow me so that we can get to 64. And then we still have to get another 11 people so we can go for affiliate. Although my goal really is 100. The minimum is 85 people to get affiliate. I want to keep growing this channel on YouTube, but I know, as it was back before we started doing live shows, it's not the live shows that brings in as much money in the long run it does in the short run. But what has happened is the quality of content has gone down. Why has it gone down? Because you're focusing on doing the show every day. I have a regular time every day. I stream these shows. Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 plus I say 12 plus because sometimes we run longer like we are today. Well, don't forget today I got up later too, so. But normally right now, 12:47, I get on here at 10 o'clock and I end around 12:30. But the main thing is, when you can do a video, you can focus on the topic, and you can write the script, and you can set up your demonstrations and your props, and you can get it perfect, and make a video that is much more well done. And that means when the audience watches it, they get a good, solid background of what the video is about, and they understand everything. At least we hope they do anyway. I have no idea. I don't know anything about his house. I don't know anything about him, really. I only met him on his channel and chat once. So, I have nothing. I can't say anything more about it, if it's haunted or not. Because I don't know enough about the situation. I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying that they're not. But what I'm also saying is this. A live stream is great for engaging with the audience. But it's hard to cover things in a live stream when you need to set up demonstrations and tutorials and things like that. Engagement with the audience absolutely is. So when you want to get into the meat and potatoes and actually showing things in an organized, cohesive manner, there's nothing wrong with a good quality video. Sure. Absolutely, there it is. I don't know why I'm usually only watching the streams and not the videos. You should do shorts. No, shorts are not good. There's no way I can do a 30-minute video in less than 30 seconds. Unless I talk 100 times too fast and then no one would understand what the hell I'm saying. There's the link to the Patreon page for you guys. Now, by the way, as far as the issue about is YouTube actually becoming greedy, wanting more of our money more than the 30% they ask for? No, they're not. Anything right now, I got a feeling they're eventually, like Twitch, they're going to want to go up. They're going to want more of a take because they're losing money. We know that, right? Yeah. But in the way they already are, because the amount of RPM and CPM are getting is less. We're not making the same amount of money. Revenue per thousand. We're not making that much money anymore. Because the truth is, we're not. Sorry, it's true. We're not making that much money. Because the point is, the companies are losing money too, so they're not paying as much to YouTube to give out to us. Good things are getting so expensive, YouTube can't even keep up. That's just the reality, guys. Well, you know what? We already know that. I think it's time to bring the phones back. Sorry, I already disconnected the phone line. It's gone. We don't have it anymore. We don't have the phone line anymore. That's long gone because of my hearing. And we all know the phone calls were a colossal disaster. I see the shorts and introduction to my channel featuring key pieces of evidence from my investigations, YouTube, and sometimes TikTok. Okay. You tell me, how you create shorts on your desktop. To be honest, I don't use my phone for everything, okay? I use my desktop, my Mac Mini. And don't tell me to go ahead and install the iPhone copy of YouTube into my Mac. I tried that. You know what? The only app I could get to work that way was the eBay app, which turned out to be kind of interesting because there was only one feature in the eBay app that I wanted that I couldn't get on the desktop one. That was the ability to search my own playlist or wish list. If I'm on eBay on the app on my phone, and I want to look for something specific in my watch list, all I have to do is type a few word and my watch list, it'll show me the items with those letters in the name. The desktop version of eBay does not have that feature. Why does the desktop feature not have it, but the cell phone version does? Conversely, why can I create shorts on my cell phone that I can't create a short on my desktop? You talk about being platform racist. This is just as bad as racism. Your one sense you're saying is, if you use your desktop to do your content creation, you can't access those features. That is being platform racist. That's unacceptable. Well, I do all my videos in studio and only use the phone in some cases sometimes to do B-roll. Or like if I have to go ahead and do the demos, and I'll set my phone up on my tripod and then I will use my phone as the remote camera. That works out fine. Then I take the video back to Final Cut Pro 10 and then I will edit them down and make them look good. And that works out fine for me too. Yeah, so does mine, but the truth of the matter is, I only shoot in landscape. Because I don't have eyes like that. Ow! Could you imagine one eye above the other? Come on, that makes no sense. My eyes are side by side, not up and down. Yes, I know, but I'm not going to do that. Because I don't believe in vertical syndrome. Well, we were doing that originally with the snow phone. At least that was the idea with the snow phone. All the phone calls would ring through to the person on call, and then they would forward them through. The problem is, they didn't get the fiber optic cable into my apartment yet. And I don't know when the phone company is finally going to get the cable in for the fiber optic. Because I've been asking them, they keep telling me they got it. They don't know when they're going to dig the trench. They don't know when they're going to get the guy over here to put the cable in. They got the cable on the pole, but they don't have it to my building yet. Because they say, we need to talk to your landlord. So I gave my landlord's name and phone number with his permission. Then I still haven't contacted him yet. Yes. So even then, it's just like here. You have to be subscribed to this channel for 20 minutes before you can speak. That means that the trolls get upset because they can't interrupt the show anymore. Unless you're the one on Facebook over there. Then of course you did. But don't worry about that one on Facebook because the person is going to be given the heave-ho when I get done with this. Michelle, you're like an angel today. It's me, but I admit, cause I'm feeling really don't know one of the worst days I've had in my life. So thank you for being laughing for me and you in your show as well. You're welcome, Craig. I'm sorry that things have been hard for you. Maybe I can make things just a little bit better time. Remember what our theme of our show is. You want to sit together with them? Accent the positive. Accentuate the positive. That's what Michelle wants to do. You could do it like this, and Michelle has a Google Voice. And anymore I don't. We got rid of all the Google Voice numbers. They're all gone. If we set up the snow phone like we were going to do when the fiber optic cable was installed, we would have installed a couple trunks in through one of those cell phone or trunk providers into the snow phone. And then, so the calls are coming through the trunks to go through call parking, and that way the other people watching the show, the moderators, could take the calls and put them on hold, and then they could send us a message to say, oh, caller 5 from so-and-so wants to talk about such and such. Well, that's great. But the problem is that's going to cost money. Number one, for the service to actually give us a phone number. That's a fact. And second thing it's going to cost money is somebody is going to have to take time out of their day to answer all those phone calls. And right now, we're not bringing that kind of money in to do that. There's this guy that David, the Noodle suggests that we watch. I forgot what his name was, Perone or something. He has a setup like that. And he's paying thousands of dollars a month to run that system. Well, I can't afford to spend that kind of money. It's just too seedy and risky. So it's publicly known. Well, you know what? You call that number now, and you're probably going to end up getting somebody else's office. And they're probably not going to know who the hell you are, but that's fine. My channel we're trying to focus on better content. The morning show, we're keeping the morning show because the morning show is on YouTube, Kick, Facebook, X. Yes! The only thing we took off was Twitch. Let's be honest, Twitch was a disaster. Nobody watched it. But you know what? So we're in Facebook groups on the North American Snow Queen channel. I'm on my Facebook personal account. I'm on X. I'm on Kick. And I'm on YouTube. Every morning, 10 a.m. until whenever we end. Monday through Saturday, Eastern Time. And the reason we do that is we want to make sure that you guys can experience us from any platform that you're most comfortable with. The reason is so many YouTubers don't want to go to Kick. And so many kickers don't want to go to YouTube. And so many Facebookers don't want to go to either one. If the President of the United States can do that and be on multiple TV networks at the same time, then dadgummit, why can't I? Sometimes something that lasts for a short time period of time, your argument is bogus, Brian, says Mojo. What was Brian said? Brian said, I just know that if she didn't have the phones, the documentary would never have happened. That's true. That if I didn't have the phones, Kiwi Farms would never have happened, 4chan would never have happened, and 8chan would never have happened. I am basically a Renaissance woman. I basically jump all over the place, Brian. I mean, I am dedicated to certain topics. But I do like to be able to keep busy, prevent burnout by focusing on multiple topics. I don't just focus on one at a time. I like to jump around and then taste a little bit of everything. Try a little bit of this, try a little bit of that. Holy Christ, you got something so fat. Alright, let's... In this day and age, you gotta be willing to jump around. You have to be able to do things, different stuff, try new stuff. Because if you get stuck in the rut, it's going to make you suffer. It's going to make your show suffer. So you got to be fresh, bold, and new. That's just the reality of the issue. And just likewise with the Silvermoon radio show. How many here, before you listen to Silvermoon radio, ever knew of anything of all the different styles of music that we play? Do you realize all the records that stand for on the show, that our show is grown because of the donations of vinyls by him and Gemini Gem, who donated a large number of lacquers from the 40s to the show, giving us the ability to listen to new music that no one's ever heard in years. And let's be honest, there's some good songs in there. Ponytail, Nina Queen of the Teeners. If I'd known you coming, I'd bake a cake. It's a pretty good song. Yeah. Loco Poco, and what is it? Loco Coco in the Poco? Oh, no, say Poco Coco Loco in the Poco. That's what the song is got. Try to say that in a hurry. That's it. Carmen Miranda, which is working with me every day. She still talks to me every day. Now, Lumi's doing more shows on her channel. Because my channel needs to grow too, guys. Yep. If I jump, I'd fall down, says Carolyn. You're absolutely right. So would I, depending on how I set my leg. Michelle, we don't need you to be in the hospital with Krista. And I think you'd be in there a lot longer. Probably would be. And that's a wonderful thing, says Craig. I'm glad, Craig, that I'm making you feel better in your darkest hours. I really appreciate to know that I'm making your day a little bit brighter. I appreciate that. We need to keep growing the channel. But we want to make good quality content. And after we hear about things like J&L and what they do for live stream content, and the fact that YouTube, despite the fact that they're violating terms of service every day, that J&L are still out there and still creating all kinds of bad content and getting paid by YouTube to do it. Brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. The good content takes time to do. And good content that takes time to do means it's just like the Heinz ketchup commercial. Sometimes it's worth the anticipation. You gotta understand the work that goes into these live streams is nothing compared to what goes into a video. A video, we write a script, we come up with an idea, we come up with a topic, we set up the location, we set up the props, we set up the demo, we set up, and then we edit it down, ideally to fit it within 30 minutes. And I'll be honest, the Pig Hog Cable review was kind of a haphazard, kind of in a hurry, and it really wasn't that good. I think I could redo it. I think I would redo it. I can, but is it worth it? I think it was very clear. I demonstrated that basically the cables were good cables. You sounded like an audiophile elitist, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Frankie said, go ahead, caller, you're on the air. Michelle, have you heard anything from Adderwood? No, I don't know who that is. Chris said, Michelle, if you want to make better content, bring Frank back and listen to him. No, because Frank, unfortunately, is where we spent ourselves into a hole in the first place. I know what I need to fix. And we are doing it one step at a time. And that's the difference. Is the fact is that we do know there are things that we need to fix. And we will make things better. It's because we know what good content is. But sometimes it takes time to put it all together. And let's be honest. We know you don't have time to sit there and watch 45-minute, 60-minute videos. I don't even know how the heck you can manage to watch a 2-hour live stream. I'm not talking to Ed anymore. Because Ed is... I'll give you his number, Craig, if you want to call Ed. I have his number for you. I still have your... I don't know which... See, now here's the problem. I don't know which phone number I'm supposed to call you on to give you phone messages anywhere. So if I knew which phone call, or which phone line, or which email you were on, I'll give you his number so you could talk to him. He's in Florida, and he's losing his mind. He's becoming more paranoid. And then keep calling me all the way from Florida asking me to help him. And I can't help him from Connecticut to Florida because it's too far away from me. So when he kept calling me at 3, 4, 5 in the morning, I basically got mad and I just blocked him because I couldn't deal with it anymore. It was just too much. I don't want to have to do that to people, but the truth is I told him to start calling me that early in the morning, and he starts talking up all this crazy delusional stuff, and it's like, I said, Ed, I can't help you anymore. I just can't. I don't even have a soundboard that even fits that, but that's the truth. Good morning, Persolo. How you doing? I watch 6 hours of live stream sometimes. live streams and longer videos help a lot with the watch hours. Yeah, I know, but also I found out that given the engagement of my video watchers, live streams, given most of them are watching 5-10 minutes of them at a time, indicates to me that ideally shorter is better than longer. I know that the statistics are kind of crazy, but it's true. If you have a video that's 2 hours, or live stream that's 2 hours long, and your viewers are only watching 10 minutes of it, on average, then what's going on with the other 1 hour, 50 minutes? That means that you've already failed to reach 100% of your audience. Likewise, when you look at the dislikes and the likes, and you see that you're getting more dislikes than likes, then you know something's wrong. And so you try to find a way to find a balance for content engagement and quality of content. And sometimes that's really hard to do.
Oh, yeah!
But we keep on trying, don't we? Frank, why don't you send... Oh, wait, I got a better idea. Craig, email me the phone number. Because you're right about the prank callers. All right? So, why don't we do this, Craig? Craig. 2 things. Email me the number. Don't put it up on the screen, okay? It's a bad idea. Ed called me 2 o'clock in the morning. Don't sound like he was something. He's not suffering from dementia, he's suffering from paranoia. And that was some time ago, Craig. You changed his number since many times. Please contact me, Craig, at the email address that's on the screen. BICHELA3@gmail.com. 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 And then I will I will reply to your email with Ed's new phone number. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. The live streams I watched have a viewership of over 40 to 50 people during the entirety of the live stream. David, we can't even get even 20. Probably because my live stream is too much like the other live streams that J and L do. Even though my streams accentuate the positive. We need to find a way to get more viewers to come to the show. Take a look at right now, for example. Right now, the peak of the show. The peak of the show was 16 people. 15 to 16 people. Currently, watchers on the show is 9. I'm telling you right now, the live streams are not bringing in the views that they used to bring in anymore. Because people are finding these things to be too boring. And the reason they're boring is simple. We don't talk smack. We don't sit there and talk about bullshit. We don't talk about drama. We don't talk about swatting people, calling the police on other people, or sending people pizzas in the doors, or basically going and stealing packages off their porches, or anything that stuff like that. Or calling people nasty words. We don't do that in the show. This is a good quality content. It deserves better. But unfortunately, the audience has decided by voting, by not watching, that they're not interested in this. The average viewer duration is 10 minutes, 38 seconds. There you go. 10 minutes, 38 seconds, guys. That means that all the people that are watching are only watching on average for 10 minutes and 38 seconds. 130 views. That means that they're jumping from channel to channel. Channel surfing, channel flipping. Not much I can do about that. But all I know is just like YouTube. I know I can see the writing on the wall. I can see that one day these live streams will be a memory too. It's just the reality of it, guys. Unfortunately. It's just the reality.
Oh, yeah!
Yes, I've had good numbers lately. Let's say it's quiet. Viewership is not being consistent. And we have to look at the numbers. But without knowing the cause, we can't determine the reason. So is Noodles right? Is Noodles right when he said to my channel circling the drain? I don't think so, but I do know that the live stream, this is the last of the live streams I do on YouTube. This is the last one, guys. These are the last ones I do. We don't do the night shows here anymore because of the trolls. We do the Silvermoon after show on YouTube and Kick. But we don't do panels because of the trolls and the live shows at night on YouTube, because if YouTube gets too many people saying the bad words, they're going to block my channel, they're going to strike my channel, they're going to terminate my channel, and then I will be no more anyway. So you see, it's kind of complicated. It's not that I don't want to continue to do the content. The problem is, statistically, nobody's really interested in it anymore. It really is. No one really is interested anymore. Because they all rather focus on channels like J and L and all the trouble they cause, instead of a channel that tries to show something better. Volvo would bail if Michelle is extremely smart person and has wonderful content, especially in electronics. For anybody that wanted a lesson, and it hurts me down inside, she put so much time in. And unfortunately, we're not getting the kind of results that we would have been expecting. That's the problem with YouTube in general, though. Even Google is starting to feel like they're getting diminishing results with YouTube. As YouTube is becoming too expensive and they're laying off content creator support staff. Think about that. That's why content creators are going to other platforms. Because we all can see that YouTube is coming to an end. And YouTube is too stupid to realize A lot of it is self-inflicted. Allow me to give you quick points. 1. Too much wokeness.
Oh yeah!
Too much in the left.
Oh yeah!
Throwing out good content creators because they don't agree with certain things.
Oh yeah!
Throwing out people like Alex Jones because even though they brought in tons of views for YouTube, they didn't want him because they found him to be too radical.
Oh yeah!
While their own platform is just as radical as he was. Changes the terms of service policy that is anti-supportive of the content creators.
Oh yeah!
So whose fault's that? That sure the hell ain't mine. Craig Sr. said, Michelle, how in the hell can it be only 9? I'm looking at 12 on Michelle. How the hell can it only be 9? I'm looking at 12 on Michelle. Yeah, I didn't see what you're saying. I don't mean that's why I don't. What that type? Nothing is. Trolling is sometimes a problem, but most trolls are smart enough to make the person show their face before they can go up on the panel. Don't get desperate, Michelle. Despondent. Okay. David, and also a P-bomb blocker is wise. That's why very rarely do you ever see anybody on the Google Meets panel. Because we know the kind of games that they play. Now on Kick, P-bombing isn't the problem because Kick doesn't give a fuck. That's why we do our night shows and Kick when we do them. But to save my face, that's one of the reasons why we also do not show our panels, or very rarely do we ever show our panels on Kick. The one thing I wish Kick did support was closed captioning, automatic closed captioning, something that YouTube does that Kick does not. For people with hearing loss, that's a feature that is not a luxury. Some channels just make everyone a mod to keep the trolls from cloning accounts. Yeah, but then what if a troll gets in and they're a mod, and the next thing you know it, they're causing hell too. That's not necessarily always the solution. Been there, tried that with no success. Just get a lot of people that are all creating problems and deleting contents and comments. And nobody wants to be at a police convention. A wall of blue. Of course, you're a police officer. You're respected among the men of blue. But if you happen to be a crook or a thief, and you happen to be in a police convention, you're going to be hiding your face. That's what the trolls do. They know if a room is all blue, police officers with body cams, they're not going to want to go ahead and commit crimes like trolling. Because they know they're going to be cuffed and stuffed. Craig, he's doing great. He was in here for a few days back. He's working in a hotel full time. Yes, Andrew is doing very good. However, I haven't seen Andrew yet, to my knowledge, come on the Kick yet. Well, we had it happen a few times with trolls because becoming mods that wrenched and yanked to give them back to the most trusted people. Notice how many rinse gates we ever had over here? That's the reason we're not doing that anymore. Not worth the aggravation.
Oh yeah!
So we're not giving out new mod wrenches to new people. And now, in order to be communicating on this channel, you have to be subscribed for a minimum of 20 minutes. And by the way, if you think that it's good to start saying nasty crap after your 20 minutes in application time, let me tell you, we're going to boink you out of here again, and then you're going to come in with another fake account, and you still have to subscribe for another 20 minutes. So in the long run, it actually helps me, but hurts you. So it's your choice. I just got my ambulance to the hospital in Horrington. Really? You mean they couldn't drive you up there? Okay, well, see, Chris is having an infection in her skin. And so the doctors decided that she needs to go to the hospital to get some more extensive care for the infection. So yes, I see someone's coming panels. It's letter J. You know who that is, right? Oh yeah, we know who J is. Yeah, of course. Get him on here. You know him. Let him out. Admit one. Go ahead, Noodles.
Hey, Michelle. So I want to know something right now, Michelle. How are we going to fix this channel? Your channel's in the gutters right now. No one really cares about it. How are we supposed to juice this channel up, Michelle?
Well, you know what, though, Noodles? I don't really know if it's really a long-term problem. I think it's just the fact is that it's a lot more things going on right now in the world. And right now, we're focusing more on actually doing videos right now than live streams. So live streams, we still do them here in the morning only. We don't do live streams at night. We're not, we're doing videos more now. And we're focusing on our Kick platform, and because we know that Kick is where the fun is. So we know that Kick is where the growth is right now.
Yeah. Michelle, here's the thing, all right? No one cares about the videos. All right, this is proof positive. The videos suck. You don't really got anything going on. I mean, you had the chop slap video, which was pretty cool. But that's about it.
Well, yeah, you're going to have content that's going to reach out to only a few people. But with a typical viewer engagement of 11 minutes per view on a live stream, tells me that people want shows that are shorter, videos shorter. And so, therefore, the videos need to be...
They want like a 2 minute, maybe a minute video from you. That's about it. They don't even want to watch your videos. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, that's like... Michelle, I get sick to my stomach when you put out a video. I'm going to be honest with
you. Yeah.
It's just like, do I have to sit through this? And I don't.
Mojo said that she always subbed to David S. Ringman. Okay. Michelle, you have a wonderful personality, and after not being in your show for a while, I see you have taken command over it and not and doing wonderful things. Well, thanks, Craig. But I do see Noodles' point of view too. But the thing is, Noodles, right now, YouTube itself, statistically speaking, is drying up. Good content creators are leaving YouTube. A lot of them are live streamers and they're leaving. A lot of them only did videos and they're leaving. People like J&L are the only ones still there. And nobody likes what J&L is doing. Except YouTube. Because J&L is bringing in money for YouTube. But that's it. They're not... Because YouTube is not encouraging good content creators to keep going. They're actually encouraging us to take a walk. And a lot of them are doing just that. Because they know...
What about possibly What about possibly getting involved with this upcoming Slingshot Warrior fight I'm about to have in Manhattan? Do you want to possibly come out here and referee it, hold the camera while I beat the shit out of him, or, you know?
That's what I'm talking about, Noodles. That's not what I do. You see,
Michelle,
you're talking
everybody
about
knows
the kind of
that.
stuff that might bring in views, but that is not what my content is. You gotta think about this. What is this channel about? This channel originally started out as an educational channel to share my passions and my loves and my technology and my favorite things. That's not what you're talking about is not me. I don't do that kind of content.
All right, how about this? We bring into Manhattan, right? I just want a video of you going, "Get him, Noodles," like shaking your hand, like, "Get him," and you stomping your feet on the ground, you know? And we can promote this upcoming fight. I think that will get people over to your channel.
I think you're missing the point, Michelle, saying Noodles. But the thing is, that is not what we do on this channel. We want to accentuate the positive on YouTube and bring good quality content YouTube that people would like to enjoy to watch that does not demean, hurt, or defile anyone else.
But Michelle, that's all nice and everything, but we're talking about Slingshot Warrior.
Craig says,
Slingshot.
Noodles dollar dish is fact that you need to get a life for yourself. I don't know where you're working, you do, but you seem to have orthodox bad time on your hands. Do something with that time. I think he's trying to say is, Reynolds, you sure spend a lot of time streaming content. I don't know what you do for work.
I'm trying to build a community, Michelle. We're trying to beat up Slingshot Warrior.
Well, what? Okay.
We're going to have a big fight.
All right, but what is your community? What is your community aimed at? What's your goal? You're
my community. Eccentric people, art, music, news. Michelle, you know, people want news, people want art, people want music, people want entertainment.
Yes, they do love music. And we do that on Kick. Yeah. And we love doing news too. I mean, my channel is very broad. We cover a lot of different things over the years on this channel. But he's talking about you in particular. What is your channel about, Noodles? You drive around a lot every day. I see you stream for at least 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day. And don't your viewers kind of get tired of seeing you sitting in your car, just driving or eating?
No, they don't, Michelle. They don't. That would be like saying, don't your viewers get tired of you sitting at that fucking desk?
Yeah, maybe. But I'm wondering if they really do about the car too.
Michelle, they're here for
you. The point
is,
you and I have different content.
We're gonna beat up Slingshot Warrior. We have to beat him up, Michelle. I want to bring you out to Manhattan with chains and pipes. All right?
No. That violates YouTube's terms of service. Hell no. No.
You know, I just want to point out that Kerry Bridges comes back and now all these troll accounts are starting to roll in.
Craig Senior says, I don't see Noodles' point of view. Whenever he obviously has a government job, has tons of time to waste his life away. I understand that, Craig. I agree with you. I don't always understand Noodles' viewpoint either. I try to understand it.
Michelle, I'm telling you, it's about the content, and the content's going to be when you're stomping Slingshot Warrior's face. I'm going to put his hands behind his back, and you fucking deck him right in the fucking gut. And then punch him in the face, and then we'll get him on the ground, and you start jumping on him.
Well, this way, Noodles. I just don't think it's going to be good content, but Anyway, it's time to get ready to wrap it up soon. But thank you for expressing your opinion, though. So I'll talk to you later, okay?
All right, I'll see you this weekend.
This weekend? Why? What time? What day? Because I don't know if I'm going to be here. I mean, I will be here Friday, but I mean Saturday. But what weekend? Where are we going on the weekend? Didn't say. Just left. See you this weekend. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of hard. He has a different viewpoint than I do. It's sitting in Michelle's desk with her, just chilling. You want Michelle to get arrested for beating up somebody, Noodles? I think it's supposed to be scripted, but the terms of service of YouTube would be extremely clear. It does not allow that kind of activity. It does not allow that type of activity. And I don't believe in it either. Chris says Noodles is all about the drama. Unfortunately, he has so much more talent. Yes, he does. Why do you want Michelle to beat up somebody? For his views. That's why. Oh my God. Just let Michelle do her thing, says Mojo. Parasola says, I enjoyed just sitting at Michelle's desk with her just chilling. Looking at World says, you want Michelle to get arrested for beating up somebody with Noodles? Chris said, hang up on Noodles, already dead. Mojo said, unbelievable. Craig Sr. said, Noodles, what do you actually do that you have so much time on your hands? He's kind of a technical guy. He builds control panels for the VA in Brooklyn. And Welcome to the World says, Welcome Chris says, Will says, I don't see what's wrong with what Michelle is doing. There's still people that like Michelle and watch when she do it and they don't like all the time. That is true. That is true. What this channel does do is it does suffer because there are more people that are focused on sensationalism. And I can't compete against channels that focus on sensationalism. This is kind of like a nice little friendly place. We all get together, we all talk about stuff. And that's great. Nothing wrong with that. But for long-term content, for content that's of any substantive nature, that requires planning, it's hard to do that in a live stream. But when I do a focused video, it has a topic, it has a beginning, it has an end, it answers questions. We use props, we use materials to make things make sense. There's nothing wrong with that. Then each content has their own merits. This is great. So if you watch the videos, you could say, hey, I saw the video on how to enable closed captions in StreamYards, and I'm going to give it a try. That would be something that would be great. We could talk about that the next day. And say, is there anything I need to know about? Yeah, I'll tell you right now. Make sure you enable it right before you go live in StreamYards. Because if you don't, you're not going to have your closed captions. Okay? For example, this is true. So, Noodles just doesn't see things my way. He goes for the sensationalism. He lives in his parents' house. I don't know what that means. I believe Noodles is just kidding. Yeah, I know. He lives in his parents' house. No, he has his own house. He has his own house. He has his own mortgage, insurance. He's got 2 male roommates to help pay the mortgage. He's a good friend, yes, but saying her videos make him sick is a bit much. Craig says, Noodles, why do you have so much time to spend on YouTube, especially going in the narrow Give me a break. You're bullshitting. Chris said, Craig, you really believe that? Welcome Krista said, I agree that Noodles is a good friend of Michelle, but sometimes he's a bit mean, yeah. Parasol said, I do agree, Jojo, but I don't see him harmful in any way. Chris said, Mojo, that's the character he plays. Yeah, but you know what? The sad truth is that I'm also a realist. And we know that a lot of people look up to him as a major role model. And that makes it hard for me. Because you know why? Because I love doing the content that I do. And people love the content I do. But getting people to actually go, hey, you know what? Gee, Michelle is doing a great job today. Oh, no. Oh, Michelle's dying. And all of a sudden, everybody believes him, and then they stop coming here. Noodles is the reason a lot of people came here, because he brought them here. Okay? And then after he tells them, no, Michelle's going down and shit, or all of a sudden, everybody stops coming. The ones that are truly dedicated, devoted to my audience, they stay around because they know I'm doing my best with what I got. Look at the viewer now. Look at the viewer count. 9 people. You can bet when we were 20, 30 people, it was because Noodles was here on the show. And when Noodles is not here, his groupies go with him. They don't really care about my channel. Because all they care is they want to follow their groupie. They want to follow their fan. They want to follow their equivalent of, the superstar. They're not following me because I'm not their superstar. They're not my fan base. That's why when he's on panel, the viewership goes up. But the minute he goes off the panel, the viewership keeps going down again. Because the truth is, they're not my fan base. They're his. Just being honest here.
Oh, yeah!
Just being honest. You don't even have the balls to address me. All you know how to do is block me. What does that say about your personality? I don't know. Parasola said, ultimately, everyone has their own decisions on how they want to run their own channel. When suggestions offered but rejected, they need to accept the rejection of their suggestions and leave it at that. And sometimes the rejections because it's already been tried, and like the phone calls thing, and it turned out to be a train wreck. Okay, so sometimes suggestions, like with the case of the phone calls, really don't always work out well. When we try it, and like the phone calls, and it ended up going up in smoke over and over again, which caused me to get into more emotional agony, pain, depression, anxiety. After going through that, I said no more, because I know that it's never going to work well with the phone calls. It just hasn't. That's why I finally got rid of the phone number for the studio, because it just wasn't working anymore. Nerd Pop, how you doing? Christina said I'm far from it. Significant far from it. Significant far from it. Sometimes your text to speech is kind of hard for me to figure out either, Craig. I try to figure it out. But sometimes I have to read between the lines, and I'm just hoping that I'm reading the lines correctly. But I know that typing on the phone is a pain in the ass. Trust me, I've tried it many times. But, so I keep trying to work with you as best I can. Parsola said, if you know what you want or know why you even started a channel, it's up to you where it goes. No one else's. Absolutely. When I originally said what this channel is about, even when they did the 2023 update, it still holds true. Back when I did the original what this channel about was, we didn't even do live streams. I didn't have a computer that had the ability to do them. Even rendering a video took 30 minutes for a 25-minute video. The computer just didn't have the horsepower to do a live stream. When I finally started getting a computer that could do a live stream, it barely made it. I mean, the video quality was atrocious. And so for me, the hardware limitations is what made it so impossible to do live streaming, even though I wanted to try it. Then we started doing these live streams every day, and people kept saying, do more of them, do more of them, do more of them. But I just felt that the signal to noise ratio just was too high. Or noise to signal ratio, if you want to call it that. So the fact is, you sit there, you talk, a mile a minute, and you're not showing nothing. And sometimes that's fine. I mean, like right now, this is fine, because I'm not showing anything. But when I want to show something of substantial quantity, I rather plan it, script it. Like I said, if I need props, find the demonstration products, hook them up, set up the demo, and have something that's more polished. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the way it works. So when we started our first live streams, we were originally called Coffee with Lumi and Michelle, then Coffee with Michelle and Lumi, and then of course we got into the night shows, and then the trolls came in here, started ripping me a new asshole over and over again, causing me to have really bad case of anxiety, causing me to need to go back to psychotherapy because I couldn't deal with all the bullshit and the trolls. Then finally getting back out of it after recovering, after my therapist said, you're going to have to start slamming the door on these trolls because they're hurting you. And now, you focus on content every day. You do a morning show. It's the only morning show you do. It's the only live stream on YouTube you do. Because YouTube itself doesn't really want you anymore. That's what it feels like. Is that YouTube really doesn't want me anymore on this platform. It's scary, but it's true. So let's take a look at some of the side questions here. Scroll back up here and follow some of these chats here so I left off. So let's go back to Craig. You really believe that LOL? Craig Sr. said, Noodles, why do you have so much time to spend on YouTube, and especially going in the narrow rear build? Give the break. Who are you bullshitting? Welcome to Chris's Rule says, I agree that Noodles is a good friend of Michelle, but sometimes she's a bit mean. Craig Sr. says, yep. Tarasola says, I do agree, Jojo, that I don't see him being harmful in any way. Chris said, no, Joe, that's the character he plays. Craig Sr. says, Noodles, you don't even have the balls to address me. All you know how to do is block me. What does that say about your personality? Mojo said, all I know is that, guys, that you can't keep saying it's a character all the time. If so, I take someone could say it's just my character. Chris said, Craig, maybe it's because you are insignificant. Mojo said, Chris, leave Craig alone. Parasola said, ultimately, everyone has their own decisions on how to run their own channel. When suggestions are offered but rejected, they need to be accept the rejection of their suggestion and leave it at that. Nerd Pop says, hello everyone. Mojo said, to Parasola. Parasola said, I dare anyone on my lives and not try that garbage. Mojo said, hey, Witch Pop. It's Nerd Pop. I don't know why she came up with Witch Pop. Craig Sr. says, I'm far from it. Insignificant, far from it. Yes, you are far from it. You are very significant. You are a major supporter in channel when things were going better for you. Persola said, do you know what you want to know? Why you even started the channel? It's up to you to where it goes. No one else's. Chris said, Mojo, you haven't gotten to bed with me. It really doesn't have to read that part. It just happened to be. Mojo says, so the point is I'm falling behind. The thing is, guys, is we're trying to get caught up to the more current time here. So if I missed a few of your threads, don't get mad at me. Craig Sr. said, Michelle, you do very well. And as far as I'm concerned, Michelle, you do very well. And as far as I'm concerned, yeah, you repeated that multiple times already. Noodles needs to get himself alive. Nerd Pop is kind of laughing there. Restream says, from Honest and Frank, oh crap, here he comes. I can turn a fly into a star. Restream Bot says, which network is he on? X. Oh, okay. I didn't black on my X. Craig Sr. said, Michelle, all Noodles wants to do with you is Michelle. All Noodles wants to do with you, Michelle. All Noodles wants to do with you is Jack himself. I think you mean is all he wants to do is promote himself. See how it can make you jump off from track from what you originally can derive for right now. Came on for. Christina said, Noodles, how come you never answer me? I don't know why Craigie doesn't answer you, but he's not here right now, and I wonder why. Crap autocorrect. Restreambot says, kick a red ring and type. Did someone say Honest and Frank? Yeah, he's on X. Yes, you're watching him on X. He's watching us on X or Twitter. Yeah. Because we stream on Facebook, we stream on YouTube, we stream on Kick, and we stream on Twitter. So he's watching us on Twitter right now. Well, all I know is trying to weed out. Yeah. It says, I want to entertain, become a star. It's funny though, Frank, how Noodles even walked away from you too. I know. Craig, I know that you're trying to do the best with what you have. And I think you understand, it's like you. I have disabilities too, and I have to work with what I got. And sometimes that doesn't always result in very easy. So I have empathy. I understand what you're talking about with your arthritis in your hands. Like they knew this is giving the show a spring in her step, but it still hurts me the things he said sometimes. Thanks for not blocking me on Twitter. Don't count on it, Frank. I'm sure Red will go over there and take care of you for me. The thing is, guys, we already know, like I said, that YouTube... Let's just get back to the main gist here. YouTube is awarding people like J and L to do the horrible content where good channels like mine are punitively punished with low viewerships. It's not because we don't have good content. It's because YouTube doesn't want to encourage this channel because this channel is conservative leaning. And we focus on the real world growth and real world issues. Whereas a lot of YouTubers, let's pretend. That's what they're focusing on.
Oh yeah!
They don't want to deal with the real world. Real world scares them. That's why they always focus on the far left. They're always focusing on living in a fantasy world. But we know what? We want to grow this channel. And we know if YouTube doesn't want us to do live streams here, that's fine. We'll just take them to kick. And that's what we did. Please note, guys, we're still on kick every day. Because the morning show is in kick too. Okay? And don't forget to also Patreon. This is also, you can support us. And let's never forget the donation links. They still work regardless of which platform you're on. We can still use your help, guys. It costs a lot of money to run these platforms. So I would say, come to Kick. Come to Patreon. Because remember, on Friday night, 7 o'clock, we have our live stream on Kick. We just need 11 more people to apply for affiliate, guys. Let's make it a thing.
Oh yeah!
Let's become an affiliate on Kick. Then we can have subscriptions here too. Oh yes, we will tonight on J-Mac Oregon channel. I forgot about him. 5 o'clock Eastern time. You know, the thing is, we're going to take this channel from 0 to 60. We're going to seriously crash it into a pole. Hopefully not. I'm just kidding. No. Actually, seriously, we are doing pretty well for this channel. But we do know that the times are changing. That live streaming is kind of become more of a... Except for the morning show, it doesn't make sense to do live streams like for everything, like Doodles does. There's just times when as content creators just don't want to show everything about our personal lives in camera. Yes, coffee card giveaway, absolutely. And don't forget, too, that one day, maybe when the heat death of the universe, I don't know. One day we'll try doing something similar ourselves to their own channel.
The problem is I don't have any way of turning that off. That's why we need to get more mods over there to help watch out for that kind of crap over there. I already turned out Restream IO for 30 minutes, which means that nobody else could even comment. Nobody on Kick could talk to us. Nobody on YouTube, X could talk to us. Nobody on Facebook could talk to us. How many people do we miss out on talking to us? That's the reason, too, where I think we need to find a better way to continue to grow this platform. And we can't depend on live stream for everything. It's just not going to happen. You got to have good content. So if all you're going to do is be a talking head sitting on a desk every day, or in a car eating a burrito, you know what I'm talking about? That's great, but it doesn't show you my skill set. It just shows that I know how to flap my tongue and how to basically show my teeth. Which there isn't very much teeth to show anyway, because they're all kind of beat up. But we're going to try to keep growing this channel. And if it turns out that the live streams are not the way to do it, then we'll just do it by moving the live streams to Kick and just focus on doing videos over here. I'm not sure how to do that because the Twitter stuff is new. Alright, guys. Thank you very much for listening to the show. I'll see you tomorrow, which is Thursday morning. Of course, I will try to make it to Wee Woo and JMac, Oregon today at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. And I gotta let the cat inside. He's been outside all morning since I went live, and it's not too cold, but I'm sure he wants to come inside now so he can go snuggle up on the bed. So, for now, I'll talk to you later. See you later. Bye-bye. And don't forget, Friday night, 7 o'clock, Kick. And don't forget to subscribe to Kick. Follow Kick. And then when you follow Kick and sign up on Kick, then you'll receive a notification every time we go live. Makes things easier for me. Makes things easier for you. Oh, yeah!
But until then, talk to you later. Oh, can I give a blessing before we go? You want to give a blessing? Yeah, I'm not good at this, but... May everybody be excellent to one another. Amen to that. Amen to that. So everybody go out there and rock on and party on, dude, and be excellent to another. Like Lemmy said, we'll see each other tomorrow morning here on YouTube. And probably most likely at 5 o'clock on Wee Woo in JMac, Oregon. Okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.